Morning and welcome to Zazoome. I'm Sherry Barbera and today we are talking about how to add utility to NFTs. And woo, I know. And it is something that I've been asked by so many people. So this is a beginner's guide to adding utility. So what exactly is utility? That's truly the first question. Utility gives an NFT, which is a digital asset, real world value. And what that can be is access to something or access to someone or an exclusive special activity or event, an exclusive membership or some kind of membership perks. You can even get something physically besides the NFT. And that's really exciting. So you can also make money. There's a lot of gameplay that you can do where you actually earn money with your NFT tokens. For example, in fashion, you can digitize and track a product's entire life cycle to prevent counterfeit goods. This is something so important in the fashion industry are, so many counterfeiters. So this is one way to try to prevent that. In sports, you can revenue share from contest fees and perks. You get access to top athletes, new products, pre-airdrops, and exclusive events. So you can start to see there are so many different kinds of utility that you can add to an NFT. Also in sports, you can buy, sell, or manage a virtual sports team with digital player cards. And if you're into sports, that is something really, really cool. Restaurants have started using NFTs to offer exclusive dining rooms or exclusive outdoor lounges or cocktail lounges, even events, physical or virtual events at restaurants or giveaways. And the other thing about NFTs, non-fungible tokens, is that you can redeem the token for something. So maybe you redeem it for a sandwich or something like that at the actual restaurant by showing the NFT. Tokens can be sold, transferred, or leased, and that's another really interesting way to add utility to your NFT. What if you're a business? Well, you can offer tickets to events, sports events, conferences. You can offer a one-to-one with the CEO or the CTO or someone in the company that people would like to speak with directly. You can do a brunch, you can do a breakfast, you can do a dinner, whatever. Or once again, you can redeem the token for XYZ. And, that is always something everybody wants to know. What if you're a nonprofit? You can raise funds with your NFT. You can get donations from other businesses. So this is a way to approach businesses with new technology ideas on how to raise funds for your charity or nonprofit. Giving special access to events is one way you can do this. What if you are a musician, a singer, a performer? You get increased profit because now you kind of cut out the middleman. You can also get a royalty on everything directly that you sell as an NFT. You can give away perks to your top fans and collectors. You can give funds to charity, and that's exactly what Kings of Leon did with their most recent album, which they sold as an NFT and included a moving album cover, which is so cool, a limited edition physical vinyl record, and then they offered a super token option, which was a VIP golden ticket to win concert seats and other perks to their concerts. So you can see it's so much that you can do to add utility to an NFT. What if you're a photographer? Well, often you're not even sure if you're guaranteed payment, but with an NFT in the marketplace, as soon as it's sold, you get paid. So you are guaranteed payment without intermediaries like having to be in a gallery or have a manager or anything like that. You can set your own terms of how you want that photograph used, meaning you set your copyright terms even per photograph. So this gives you so much more control over what's going to happen with the photograph itself. You can reach a wider audience with these giant marketplaces now and set your own royalty that you earn every time your photograph is sold. And literally, it's the same with art. If you're an artist, you don't need a gallery anymore. You don't need all of the things that you used to need to become super famous. You can sell your art yourself. You can set royalties where you will earn just like a photographer, just like an author, just like any kind of performer. You can earn money on resales of your NFTs. And you will know, no artist really knows who purchases their art, but you will have a known ownership chain on the blockchain. You can offer your collectors all kinds of perks. There's so much that you can do to add utility to your art NFTs. What if you're interested in the metaverse? There are places like Decentraland where you can literally own virtual land. You can build cities or even countries when you pay enough for these NFTs. You can create these custom experiences that just exist in this virtual world. And if it's a gaming world, you can actually play to earn in these gaming universes. So there is a ton of utility you can add in a metaverse. What if you want to just do a membership type thing? You can offer exclusive access to something or amazing custom experiences that nobody else will get but the people who own your NFT. You can also offer unlimited earnings in the membership as the NFT tokens. The non-fungible tokens are used for membership tiers or different levels or things like that. So it's just amazing the kinds of things you can do. So do I have questions? I'm going to pop over to us right now. And let's see who's here. Dale is here. GM Dale, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And for those of you that are new to the non-fungible token world, GM means good morning. And what else? So Dale also said, I got to move to a warmer climate. I know.
For 1 week and then come back.
We're in Arizona and we're getting a cold wave, which is so unusual for us. It's why I'm wearing a turtleneck.
For like 2 days.
Yeah, so like for 2 days it's going to be in the 30s, which for us is really, really cold. So any questions whatsoever about NFT utility, put it in the comments below this video and we will be so happy to answer them. I'm going to go back to our slides and keep going. Okay. So how does utility actually work? Because I've just shown you what utility can be, but how does utility actually work? Utility gives you access to something. And this is really important because, for example, if you are in the metaverse on Decentraland, your NFT can be the key. Your token is also a key to unlock a secret door to an exclusive clubhouse. So this is one way for you to use NFT utility. So for example, here you can use your meta key in the metaverse in Decentraland and end up in this private space that no one else has access to unless you're a member. For example, another example, the Eternal Royals, they did a limited edition art collection and offered their fans NFTs that gave them access to private events and even physical prints, which looked like this. So you can see how now you can do what's called bundle. And when you bundle an NFT on a marketplace, what you can do is you can bundle the virtual digital image that you're selling, or whatever it is that you're selling as your NFT, you can bundle that with a physical print. And the way that works is that in your contract, in the details, once the person purchases this NFT, then they have access to the actual contract that says this is how you get your physical item. And it's kind of up to you how you want people to get your physical item. You can send it to them. Oh my God, that's so funny. I keep looking at the wrong camera. You can send it to them by mail. You can send it to them by FedEx or UPS or however you want to do it. You can have them pick it up if they're local. However you want them to be able to get the physical print is entirely up to you. But the digital NFT, of course, is all done through the marketplace, through the blockchain. So,
Marinella has a delayed question.
okay, a quick question. So Marinella's here. How much to be on this NFT? Wait, I just sold crypto and incurred a bunch of fees getting in and a bunch of fees getting out. Yes, exactly. Because every time you sell any cryptocurrency or purchase any cryptocurrency in order to sell or buy NFTs on the marketplace, including ones with utility, you are asking someone on the blockchain to work for you. Every time you ask someone to work for you, which is to create this record on the blockchain, they are working on their computers, it's called a node, and creating numbers and letters that are unique to your transaction. That requires what are called gas fees, and they are called gas fees because you're using electricity in order for the computers to compute, and that's how that works. So I know it kind of stinks, but it's not on every single marketplace either. There are marketplaces like Solana. There's a bunch of marketplaces where you can go and not incur super high
It's variable.
gas fees.
Yep.
And some are low and some are none. Sometimes the marketplace absorbs those fees for you. So, but that's another video. Okay, Nicole, hello and welcome, and thank you for being here. How is the value of an NFT determined? Valuation looks quite arbitrary. Excellent question. Yes, this is true. It is arbitrary, and it is basically based on, do you have a following? Have you built a community? Are people excited about your NFTs? Are they interested? Are you even making NFTs that people want to purchase? Is there a market for them? Are you on a large marketplace where you can get a lot of people who would come and look at your NFTs and purchase them? Are you a celebrity or are you a famous person? Or have you been part of some kind of giant event that makes your NFTs more valuable? So all of these things are what create value.
Very much a lot like physical artwork.
Yes, it is.
The value of physical artwork, the notoriety of the artist,
Yes.
all that stuff.
Which gallery they show in, how many clients
how
they
well-known
have,
they
how
are.
well known they are. But even if you're selling NFT sports cards, are you selling something that there is a market
That's
for?
it. How popular what your NFTs are, how popular the
popular
subject
they
matter
are.
is, has a hell of a lot to do with it.
It does. And then what is your floor price? Are you setting it low enough that people are going to be interested in purchasing it? Or are you saying, well, I think it's worth, $500 or $5,000, and you're setting your floor price too high for the marketplace that doesn't know you yet?
Until they start buying and you get notoriety, and then you start raising your prices.
Yes, and this is what the royalty that you can set is all about, so that you can then make money on resales. So great question. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And Marinella says, I feel like I want to do NFT now, but I feel like I'm just supplying funds for those people that set up these platforms. And in a sense, of course you are, but anytime any business incurs fees, and if you're doing this as a business, you need a budget for all of the gas fees that you are going to incur. And they could be $1,000, the gas fees, when it's all done and said, or they could be $50. It really depends upon the time of day, the marketplace you're on, the type of NFT that you're selling. There are many, many variables.
Right, and it's a little bit like the stock market also, as far as up and down, waiting.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to wait a while for the value to go up.
For the value to go up. So prices are always fluctuating constantly. And if your outlook on NFT, cryptocurrency, blockchain is going to be, wow, the cost is just too much for me, you're going to miss out on the ground floor of this amazing universe. Now, if it's something that you're not ready for, that's fine. It's not going anywhere. And as it progresses, it will get cheaper and cheaper. And I really do believe there will come a point where there aren't gas fees like we see today. Maybe it'll be pennies instead of, dollars on the dollars or hundreds of dollars on the dollar. So I do believe that it is going to change vastly, hugely, massively, and dramatically in the future. But today, you're here on the ground floor of something huge. So it's really up to you how much you want to get involved. It's really up to you. Okay, but I'm just trying to give you all of the basic beginner guide understanding of what you can do with this. So if you want access to someone like a celebrity, for example, Gary Vee, then you need to buy his NFTs in order to gain access to be with him. Maybe it's a gift or a donation that you want to create an NFT with utility about. So for example, Macy's took some of their most revered floats or most fun floats and created NFTs from them and then gave the funds to Make-A-Wish Foundation, which I love that. I mean, there's so much that you can do that's good with NFTs now. Now, what about gameplay? Well, Axie Infinity has created a ton of utility around their NFTs. And if you want to know what they're about, you read their white paper. That's what this is, and that's why it's called that, and how to get started. So they make it easy for you to become a part of this. These are play to earn with your NFTs. And you can trade or you can even sell your NFTs to other players and make more money. And this is one of the ways, I don't know if you've heard about Axie, but most recently they've been in the news because people in the Philippines who make so little money, I mean, it's pretty tragic how small amount of money people in the Philippines make, found out about Axie, found out about play to earn, and literally are making a living from this game. Just from this one game. It's incredible. So there is a lot that you can do with utility NFTs to help other people. In fact, this game has earned $3.6 billion in sales, which is crazy, right? They have 2.8 million daily players.
That's popular.
On Axie. It's very, very popular, and it's popular because there's utility. Hello, this is what makes utility so great, is that these NFTs make it possible for them to earn. So Fractal is another example where you get special access to in-game content that nobody else has, secret levels, or even new characters with your NFTs. And you can look up Fractal, nft.fractal.is, and check it out yourself. So are there any questions? I'm going back to us. Are there any questions about this? Please put them in the comments below and we will be happy to answer them. And I'm going to keep going because I love this. It's so exciting. NFTs with utility. What gives them utility is that they have real world, quantifiable value. And if you want to use an NFT with utility to give value to people purchasing it, you want to be able to say to them, literally, you buy this NFT and physically you will get in your hands not just the digital NFT art, but the physical print. And this is where it gives specific, determined, real world value. And that is what differentiates an NFT without utility to an NFT with utility. And this is what it's all about. So quantifiable value.
Right.
Huge, right? For example, utility NFT for charity. And look at these cute little guys, right? They are really cute. And this is a whole project collection. It's called Otter Army. And it was created by, and you can see exactly who it was created by, Dank Drawings. And you can see that this is blue. You can click and go and learn about Dank Drawings. And they are on Twitter. You can click here and go and look at their Twitter page because, as I said before, and I'm just going to go over to us for a quick second. As I said before, there are two places right now where NFT, crypto, and blockchain have built an enormous community, and that's Twitter and Discord. And if you want to learn as much as you possibly can about this world, you've got to be on Twitter and you've got to get involved in Discord. And you just have to. And I will be covering that in future videos because it is so interesting and so important. So you can also see how many items there are. There's 1,000. How many people have actually purchased them? 260 out of 1,000. The floor price is 0.007, and this little symbol right here tells you the kind of currency it is. So when it's black instead of being blue, it's Ethereum that has been changed somehow, and I think this is called WETH, wrapped Ethereum. And then how much volume has been traded? 9.9 WETH of this has been traded. So actually pretty good amount. And then if you click on the drop down here, and let me just show you what that means. Right here, there will be a little arrow drop down to learn more. If you click on that drop down, then you'll see what they say about it. 1,000 otters created, 50% remain unsold. Save the otters. When remaining Otter Army otters sell out, 10% of the funds will go to the International Otter Survival Fund. Who knew, right? One of the leading otter charities. Didn't even know there were otter charities, but of course there's nonprofits for everything. So other otter collections, the Otterverse, blah, 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 blah. This is how you can find out more about that. And 10% of the profits go to charity. And they have these cute little guys, but they also had those really adorable ones that I showed you before. Here's another example. A gaming example of NFT with utility. So the NFT holders get special access to in-game contents. You need to be a part of the game. You have to have become a member of the game. Secret levels, which everybody loves when it comes to gaming, characters, special perks, material, and discounts. And then if you buy NFTs that have rarities, these give you even more bigger, better, more secret access. So of course, that's huge. Now, there is one called World of Freight, WOF, and they tell you all about World of Freight and what they are and how you play it and what your NFTs will do for you and how you can passively generate money. And in this game, they created their own cryptocurrency called WOF. And when there is a $ before a name, a letter symbol, then you know it is a currency, a cryptocurrency that they have created for their own game. So now you trade their currency, which you can then turn in for Ethereum or any other kind of currency or even fiat currency, which is dollars. Yes. One moment, please. Yes.
Oh. Can anyone create their own currency?
Yes. Anyone can create their own currency. Anyone can basically, in this new metaverse right now, today, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
Basically anything you want. So if we wanted to have a zazoome token, we could.
Right.
If we wanted to have a Sal token, we could.
Yeah.
Right? We could. I mean,
Sal.
yeah. I mean, look at Dogecoin, DOGE. That's a coin of a dog, right? Shiba coin, Shiba Inu coin. There are so many coins. Now, they were created like meme coins. They were created as memes to like goof on Bitcoin, but they're doing really well. And they're actually worth, decent amount of money.
That could be part of your allure.
Right. You can have your own token for your collection
Right.
that can then be changed into different tokens or even fiat currency. So
Right.
all of it is pretty darn exciting. I mean,
That's
it is really exciting. So you can customize and upgrade the vehicles that you use in World of Freight. And freight meaning trucks and things like that. Any questions about this? If they are, put them in the chat or put them in the comments below. NFTs are tokens. And that is what you need to keep in mind. So you're probably thinking to yourself, NFT is like this digital asset online, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is. But NFT literally means non-fungible token, which Fungible means that it can be copied. Non-fungible means it's unique and original. And what makes it unique and original? Because in the last live stream, Dale had a question about multiples. What happens when you have a multiple? So if you're an artist and you make a print and you make 100 prints and you do one of 100, two of 100, 50 of 100, blah, 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 they all look the same, don't they? But they have a different number. Well, it's the same with NFTs. They each have their own unique token ID number, and none of them will match. So even though the NFT may look the same, each token has a unique token number. And this is how it is differentiated in this metaverse. Okay, so NFTs are tokens, and you use them like a ticket with utility. So when you're adding utility to an NFT, that means that you're making your NFT like a ticket, which is redeemable. That's the word. See, here's the word I want you to think of. What makes it an NFT with utility? It is a token that you can use to redeem for something, giving you different levels of access, giving you different levels of activity to something or someone. Could be someone famous. For example, this is something that I think is so incredible. This is, for me, the best example of a utility NFT collection, a utility NFT project. And it is called VeeFriends. And if you haven't heard of it yet, you can go to Twitter, or he's on Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. That little face is like the gamers, what do you call that thing?
Icon?
You know, when you hold a
Controller?
gaming controller. Yeah,
Oh, that's what it is.
it's a controller icon. So when you see that little icon, it means Discord. And if you want to check out VeeFriends, you can go to any of those places and look at his collection. But look at the NFT artwork. Looks like a kid's, right? Very, very simple. Who drew the art? Gary Vee. So do you have to be a great artist to make NFTs?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Okay, so NFTs are tokens. Tokens are your access key to what you want. So what do you want? Well, let's say you want to go to Gary Vee's upcoming VeeCon, which is going to be this giant, enormous event that's going to be happening for 4 days. And maybe you want to be a part of it. So what gives these NFTs utility? This is one of Gary's drawings. And this is what he called it. Ambitious Angel. What does that mean? Well, it's a creature. So he has different types of NFTs with utility. This one is called a creature. It gives you a ticket. The token equals a ticket, admission to VeeCon. The details, it is verifiable for admission not to 1 year, but 3 years of VeeCon. So it is a collectible as well. What does that mean? So if it is a token that is a ticket to admission, but it's also a collectible living on the Ethereum blockchain, well, what does that mean? Does anybody know? Because this is very interesting. And this is what I love about this collection.
Well, can it be bought and traded?
Exactly. It can be resold, it can be traded, and someone else now can go to VeeCon the next year, if that's what you want to do with your ticket. So why would you do that? Well, it's like owning something that has real value.
And probably chances are the third year it's going to be worth a lot more than the first year.
And that's very possible, because as VeeCon becomes something that people, don't want to miss, like Coachella, then the price increases, but you already own the golden ticket, right? You own that NFT that gets you admission in there. So utility. Okay. So Ambitious Angel, a total of 40 Ambitious Angels were created. 40 people have already bought it at an average price. And this symbol is for Ethereum. When you see the three lines in a row, that stands for Ethereum at 3.06. Sounds like nothing, right? 3.06. Oh my God, that's not very much money, is it? Well, let's find out what that means. 3.06 Ethereum. Well, gosh, today Ethereum is worth $2,751.53 for one Ethereum. We're talking 3.06 Ethereum for one of these little angels. What does that mean? $8,420 for one NFT, but he didn't sell one, he sold 40 of these little ambitious angels, netting him $336,800 from one NFT with utility. Well, what does that mean?
Means get out your drawing pencil.
Get out your drawing pencil. Look, accountable ant. Token verifiable for admission to VCon 22, 23, and 24. Also a collectible living on the blockchain. Also 40 of them created. Also 40 owners already. Average Ethereum price of the accountable ant, 2.5 Ethereum. So didn't make quite as much money with the ant, but wow, still made plenty of money, right? So how many tokens that start with the letter A
That's unbelievable.
are there? 13 of them. All of them 40 tokens. All of them already 40 owners, each one having their own value. You can start to see the utility NFT is worth a lot, right? So if in the A, so that's how Gary Vee, so what he did was on his website, and I want you to go look at this. I want you to look at VeeFriends website, because this is where you're going to learn a ton about utility NFTs. You're also going to learn a ton if you want to do something like this. How do you do it? Well, if you make a brilliant website like he did, and you make an enormous collection like he did, then if you label your tokens with alphabetically, and you allow people to click through alphabetically, and then they can see how many tokens are in each letter, you're starting to understand that this is an enormous moneymaker. I mean, beyond anything you could have imagined, right? This is an enormous moneymaker. So if there are 13 NFTs that just start with the letter A, and each one of them, there are 40 tokens and already 40 owners. That means there are 520 owners who have paid about $8,420 for each one of these little guys, netting him a cool $4,378,400 just in the letter A. Just in the letter A. Are you starting to see the value of NFTs with utility? I think you are. So if we go to B, there aren't 13, there's 23 tokens in the letter B. So now there's 13 plus 23. You can see how this collection is building, right? But they're not all the same. How come Basketball Butterfly only has 5 tokens? That's different, right? There's only 5 tokens there. So they don't seem to be worth as much. Or are they worth more? Well, why is there a token Bubble Hockey Basset with only 1 token? And some of them have 9 like Bowling Boa, or 10 with Breakfast Bat, or 40 like Brilliant Barb. So what does that mean when it's a tiny number next to it? Well, let's look at Bowling Boa. So with Bowling Boa, 9 altogether were sold. There are 9 owners. The average Ethereum price was 5 Ethereum.
Jesus.
You're starting to understand, start to multiply
God.
that, right? By 8,000, et cetera, et cetera. But look at what you get. This is the secret to why he's able to make so much money. So the holders of the 9 Bowling Boa tokens will be invited to 1 2-hour bowling session with Gary Vaynerchuck per year, and each year shall be defined as 12 months, commencing on May 6, 2021. So that's over, right? Ending on May 6, 2022. You still have time, but they're sold. In no event shall any experience, including this experience, occur after May 5th, 2024. Why is it so important to really spell this out? It is so important for people to totally get what they are purchasing so that there's no miscommunication about what this means. You have a set finite period of time to redeem this token for the actual event with the celebrity, with the person who is selling this. And then again, explaining it again. In other words, there are 2 redemptions occurring as follow, blah, blah, blah. This token is verifiable for admission to VeeCon as well. So not only do you get to go bowling with Gary V, but you also get to go to VeeCon all 3 years. So now it's got double, like triple, right? No, actually, there's 5 things that you get to do with this. So all access experiences will be pre-scheduled in advance with a 90-day notice via a VeeFriends representative. And to boot, this token is a collectible that lives on the Ethereum blockchain. So what have we learned about buying an NFT with utility from Gary V? We've learned Gary V is brilliant at marketing. We've learned Gary V has a ton of followers who purchased his incredibly expensive NFTs, at least we know, since May 5th, right? Since May 5th, 2021. And up to this point, which hasn't even been a year since they're sold. They're all sold. So I don't know what's available as far as tokens now in his collection, but think of the brilliance of the marketing of this. Think of the wonderful way of using the NFT for utility. Think of how clever it is that he did all the artwork himself. Now, how many people in the world are Gary V? Not very many, right? So not very many people have the clout and the background and the following. He has millions and millions and millions of followers to be able to sell out a collection like this so quickly. But this is why you should learn from him. This is why you want to follow him. This is why you want to understand what does he do to make him so special. And Marinella, one of your questions was, it seems like all I do is spend money. Well, look at Gary V. He spends a lot of money, but he gets so much more money in return for what he spends. So you have to say, is it worth it? Is it worth it? You know, and I'm going to go over to Sal and me for a second because we have a question. I don't really understand what that means, but thank you for being here. Okay. So, wow. I mean, we just, I just did a funny thing. Let me just move this over. Oh yeah, this is so cool. This is how I am able to create overlays for Sal and me. So that was really cool that you got to see that. And now I just locked it. Okay, I'm going to go back to the slide. So Bowling Boa, you can see, worth tons and tons and tons of money. Here are the details about Bowling Boa, et cetera, et cetera. I've just gone over them. 9 owners, 9 total NFTs with utility. And guess what? The price is 5.16 average ETH to purchase them, meaning... And here's another super cool thing before I get to the numbers, which, you know, I love data. And so these numbers are so super mind-boggling, but I love them because I want you to understand what you can do as well. Look at, so here is the sold NFT. It tells you all of the information. Here's the token number. It's a 1 of 1. It's under what he calls the reptile collection. It's called Bowling Boa. It is competition key. There's 2 of them. And then see this little circle? That's the icon of the person who owns it. So these are icons of the person that owns it. And this is what the last sale of this particular NFT was, and it was 5 ETH. Okay, so that's what the last sale of that was. So this is how you yourself can start to learn all of these things. You can literally click on this and go see who that person is and what else they have in their collection. So if ETH today is worth $2,751.53 for one ETH, what does that mean as far as sales? Well, if these average 5.16, one bowling boa is worth $14,198. One bowling boa. But 9 of them were sold. So what is he earning to go bowling with 9 people twice? I mean, that's really all it is. What is he earning to go bowling with 9 people twice? Almost $128,000 to go bowling with 9 people twice, and have fun. So, basically he's just going to have fun. If you go to his website, you will see that he has a timeline for releasing new NFTs with utility. March 7th, 2022, mentor meeting Mongoose. Meet with Gary Vee for a 2-hour one-to-one mentor session. So as you can see, he is dripping out additional NFTs with utility to not only spark interest, but to keep people excited to make even more money than he's already making, which is huge, right? Unbelievably substantial amounts of money is he making on these utility NFTs. So here's a close-up of that. Meet with Gary Vee, Jam Session Snail, cute names. And look at how now they're putting these fun little backgrounds behind his fun little goofy drawings. Bring yourself and 3 friends to a 3-hour jam session with Gary Vee at Hudson Yards. Basically, he's just having fun, isn't he? He's just getting paid to have fun. So if you think about why it is valuable to become famous or a celebrity, these are really good reasons why. Hangout Hawk, join Gary Vee in an hour-long live virtual hangout with Q&A section. You're not even there with him you're there with him in person, but you're not even physically there with him for Hangout Hawk. Okay, Checkers Chicken. For 60 minutes, compete against Gary in a game of checkers. I know, it's like, what?
Notoriety.
Uno Unicorn. Join Gary and 3 other unicorn holders for an epic hour of Uno. Dinner deer. Enjoy great food and company.
Before he did all this, before he started NFTs, he built up a huge following.
Right.
A huge following. I
Right.
mean, he had his own. He had podcasts. He has his
He has it
website
all.
is blue. What?
Yeah.
He's all over the place. He worked himself up to let everybody know who he was, and
Yes.
then he made a name for himself.
Yes.
And that is a big part of it.
It's a big part of it.
Yeah.
And he started on YouTube, I believe, in 2009 when YouTube was just a baby of 4 years old.
Right. And it's not
just
only,
a baby.
Yeah, it's not only what you sell, it's selling yourself.
It's selling
yourself
yourself.
is one of the biggest
Right.
parts of this
And
whole thing.
He shows up. He constantly shows up. Yes, he has a huge group of people working for him. Yes, they do take his videos and cut them up and post bits of his videos on all social media platforms.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But is he present? He's always present.
Right.
He's always there. He's always in your face, So are you in people's face all the time? I mean,
But how did he start? He started just with him. He
Just
started
with him.
just with him
On
when he
YouTube.
started.
selling, explaining about his
wasn't-
parents' vineyards wine.
Relatively, it wasn't that long ago
It
when he
really-
started just with
yeah.
him. When you think about it,
It wasn't that long ago. It
Yeah.
wasn't that long ago. And just a little tidbit about Gary Vee. His parents owned a vineyard. He got all super excited about YouTube and the idea of educating people about wine so that they would buy more of his parents' wine. That's how he started.
So he promoted the vineyard and he promoted wine.
He promoted wine, and he showed up on a regular basis explaining about wine. His parents' sales went from $300,000 a year to $5 million a year from him going on YouTube and talking about wine.
Promoting.
But educating. Basically he was like, this is what wine is, this is what this bottle is, this is how this is made, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, unbelievable.
Rob Greenspan.
Hey, Rob.
Greenspan.
Welcome.
Question.
My brother-in-law is an excellent bird photographer. Is there anyone doing photos as NFTs? Oh, gosh, yes. Photo NFTs are huge. There is a giant market for photos because there is a giant market for photos in the real world, right? So NFTs with utility. How could he do that? Your brother-in-law, well, he could create an NFT of his photograph and bundle it with the actual photograph. So he sells the NFT, the collector purchases the NFT, and in the contract, it explains to him, the purchaser or her, how they're able to get the real photograph in their hands to put on their wall. So this is how that works. It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Great question. Thank you so much.
Artwork, it's huge.
It's huge. And hello, Studio Amodio. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know what your name is because I would love to call you by your name. I just discovered Gary Vee like a week ago. Yes, and people will continue to discover him over and over and over again throughout their life because he's not going anywhere. And he has publicly said, and if you go to our zazoome YouTube channel, I made sort of a parody video. It's a short. I made a parody video of him. So if you watch it, it's actually a dog talking, but it's Gary Vee's voice. And it's him saying he's going to be doing this forever. You know, for him, this is like a lifelong thing from now forward. NFTs. He's going to be doing NFTs. So if you want to see my little parody on Gary Vee, go look on our zazoome YouTube channel at that short, and you'll see. Yeah, I did that. Okay. So Sarah, oh my gosh. Hi, Sarah. How great to see you. Thank you for being here. So good to see you, honey. You're welcome, Rob. Anytime. Okay, that's what we're here for live. Okay, so this is when you should be asking your questions. Do not be afraid to ask a question. There is no question that is, dumb. There is no question that is stupid. There is no question that shouldn't be asked. No. Questions should be asked about this. Absolutely. It's a new space. It is a new thing, and nobody knows the answers to everything.
A lot of questions are just simple questions.
Ask your questions because that's why we're here live.
Every step of how to do this to do it right.
Thank you. That's true. Okay, so you get the idea of how this works with Gary Vee. Don't you love this? I love this so much. I mean, I've been trying to buy one of these now for like a week. This is Computer Cowgirls, and I just absolutely love them. They are so awesome, and they're created by, she's this really clever girl. You have to go learn for yourself. Go to OpenSea, the marketplace OpenSea, and look up Computer Cowgirls. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, adding utility adds value. And this is why it is worth adding utility to your NFTs. So just to recap super simply, NFTs with utility carry real world, not just metaverse world, but real world quantifiable value. You can say, okay, from this NFT, I can get 2 bowling games with Gary Vee, where I can ask him 50 million questions about how to market and how to do business and how to start a project and how to invest and whatever you want. Okay, so, like when I was saying, all he's doing is having fun, basically what he's doing is he's offering people the opportunity to have a good time with him and at the same time do business. Because he is a businessman, and that is really what it's all about. And if you can afford to buy one of these NFTs, he's interested in talking to you because he has a marketing business. He has a media business. So he's interested in making more money from you. So it's not just as simple as it seems. Okay, it looks like, oh, he's selling these NFTs so that you can spend time with him having fun. It's not just that simple. It adds another layer of that you are able to meet with this marketing genius. He really is. I may not agree with him on, I never agree with him on everything. Let me just put it that way. And the other thing that I really find annoying, I don't know how else to put it, annoying, is that he's constantly swearing, and mostly the F word. He loves the F word, and that just drives me crazy, but that's him. And, you know, I don't have to listen to him. No one's forcing me to, right? So if there's too much of the F word, I can just turn it off. I don't have to listen. But that is who he is. That is what he is about. And if you can deal with that, he is a genius at marketing, truly a genius. He gives value every time he opens his mouth. So is he worth listening to? I believe he is. Yes, I do believe he is. Okay. So I hope that's clear. If it isn't clear, this is your last chance to ask live. What does this mean? So don't be afraid. Ask live right now in the chat. Otherwise, put your question in the comments below this video and we will be so happy to answer them. Now, I have been working feverishly. Honestly, I am setting this course up in Kajabi. Kajabi is super difficult to learn. It's an online platform for courses. And I've had previous courses on Kajabi, but it's just, every time I use it, it just seems really hard to me. So I'm setting up the NFT Bootcamp, and that's what I'm calling it, the NFT Bootcamp on our zazoome site, zazoome. You can go to it right now, literally right now, and sign up for the course if you want to. Now, if you are on our newsletter, or if you are a member of our meetup group, or if you follow me on Twitter, Sherry Barbera, or if you follow us, zazoome_me on Twitter, I will also be posting, just for the first 100 people that sign up, a $24 price tag, just for the first 100 people. To take the NFT Bootcamp. And after that, it goes to $99. So I would say get on it as quickly as you can. It's zazoome.me, that's the website, and it is there right now for you to sign up for, but to sign up for it, $99. So if you are on our newsletter, or if you're in our meetups or whatever, then you will have access to the $24 price, but only the first 100 people. Okay. So that will be the NFT Bootcamp. Our next video, what is an NFT project? Because this is so important to understand, isn't it? What is an NFT project? Which projects are doing well? What are examples of NFT projects so that you get it? I mean, this is what we are working on, an NFT project right now. That is another reason why, you know, time is like, I've got like no time basically to do anything but work, which is fine. I love working. But oh my gosh, you guys, so what is an NFT project and how can you create one? And I am making a course on NFT projects as well. That is going to be the next course after the NFT Bootcamp. So it's going to be NFT Collection Bootcamp, which is really going to be cool. Hello, Wise Transformation. Thank you so much for being here. I love that everyone is here. Thank you so much for joining us. What is a known marketplace for photo NFTs? That is a great question. I have made a video prior to this about NFT marketplaces. Go watch that video because it does lay out a whole bunch of them. But just for now, one of the biggest marketplaces is OpenSea, S-E-A, OpenSea. And if you go to OpenSea, they even have just a tab for photography because photography is so huge. It's a category just for photography. So yeah, I mean, if that if that's what you're looking for,
a category, yeah.
If that's what you're looking for, start with the marketplace OpenSea. So okay, so what is an NFT project? You want to be here for that because that is going to be really quite something. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe and tell everyone you know to subscribe. If you like this video, you know I love those likes. So please like this video. That would be fantastic. And if you didn't get a chance to be in the live chat, please leave your comments below. And of course, we just love that you are here to to be a part of all of this with us. So, honey, roll over.
And this video is available.
Over here.
Let them know that this video is
Yeah,
available.
this video is going to be on
If you
our
missed
YouTube channel.
any part of it,
Right. Just, watch it again, because I know that was a lot and you probably have a lot of questions. So, I mean, definitely what I would recommend that you do is watch it again. And then if you have more questions, leave them in the comments below this video, because that was a lot to take in. But if you were going to think about what is a utility aspect for an NFT, it should be pretty clear now that it needs to have real world value. So it's a ticket to something in the real world. It's a token to something in the real world. And that's what I want you to get. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. We love that you're here, and we'll see you in the next video.
toodles.
Ciao, guys. Thanks so much. Woohoo.